for you so that we can bring you the best broadcast possible.
Defender. Tuchel picked up. Crossing to Helgeson, come on for the Pioneers. Eyed to skate it up for the Zephyrs. Passes it back over to Skillings. Hubert plays it from the corner to in front of his own net. And Joe Quast almost. Shot from Pearson straight to the chest of Remy Keppel. And he'll hold on. Been a very back in
The Zephyrs and the Pioneers. A lot of even play on both sides, but the Pioneers have been able to find the net a little bit better than the Zephyrs.
onto the corner.
For the Pioneers in his own corner, passes it back to him, send it down, and icing is called on the Pioneers. And the Pioneers, it was just a straight shot on net, Zephyrs. And Strobel wins that draw against Perelski to Ryan Peterson, who sends it back in. And Huber's behind his own net to settle it down, where a Zephyr defender, looks like that's going to be Sam Ide, gets tied up. Speed, and
Keppel.
But there's just too many Pioneers in Ryan Peter corner, where it's picked up by Brett as Overly tries to send it
by the Zephyrs, and looks like
stick as he just picks it up, but that was close.
Here comes Joe Quast skating up with Strobel. He waits, shoots, gets taken out. Zephyrs look to break down once again.
For 2 minutes, kill again.
Face-off won by the Zephyrs.
And Sam Ide fans on that pass.
But it clears it for the Pioneers.
For the Zephyrs. And it's going to be who gets the puck.
Neil
has a nice clear on Brett Overly, but gets knocked off the puck. Pearson down.
And with 2:25 left to play, Pioneers are still holding on to the 2-1 lead. Younger brother of just wide.
As ref is going to hand out any penalties on this.
It ends up to McCarver, who whips
there to make the save as the puck goes up to the half board, eventually by Quast.
Sam Ide dances with it. Ide tonight has really been the quarterback of this team so far, I believe.
And there's 1 minute remaining.
Header over the corner with 28.9 seconds. Passed by Scott Moyer. And then even back injuries near some energy heading. And all of a sudden, the energy they were playing with before.
And that goal coming late in the period by Fleischacker on a nice play from Helgeson.
Pilarski wins the faceoff for the Zephyrs. And here comes Joe Becker, skates down the ice.
And that puck's going to be sent down by Oberle as Joe Becker barely gets as the Pioneer, or as the period, I'm sorry.
Just moments ago, assisted by Tischler and Moyer. Once again, that's Fleischacker from Tischler and Moyer. That coming at 16:31 the period. Ladies and gentlemen.
Zephyrs 15, as there was, and
Zephyrs. The Pioneers are currently up 3. The Zephyr, the lone goal ski, will take.
Is kicked around by Sam, blocked by Strobel.
The Matthew Fleischhacker passes up to Helger.
The left of Huber by by Pearson.
Pearson skates with it now. Pass goes up to Hagstrom, who loses possession, and Oberle will pick it up. Goes across to Peterson. Tischler has it now outside of the circle.
And a big body by Pearson on Tischler, who's bringing it into the Pioneer zone. And Tischler gets knocked off that puck as it's brought back in. And that puck is rung around by Hagstrom. And this is Hagstrom in the Pioneer zone, who passes
Peterson
it back
attempts to lace the body. As the puck bounces back to Peterson, Joe Quast takes a swing at it. Bounces off a Fleischhacker and rolls back into the Pioneer end.
It's going to be Oberle behind his own net, who passes it up to, it looks like that's going to be Fleischhacker,
who makes
Michael
a diving play. And Paradise with it now shoots. Goes over the crossbar. Picked up by the Zephyrs. Oh, then it looks like Vincent Hurley skates it up for the Zephyr player.
The corner and a tomahawk by Wallen. That's not going to get called. But Wallen
Reifenberger takes a quick shot. Goes off the
puck and preventing.
One over the Zephyrs.
With a shot that's blocked.
And Petronic.
And a pass to Helgeson, but that's just behind him. Helgeson can't do anything with that.
Helgeson delays his shot. Goes over to Petronic. And now the Zephyrs come up with the 2-on.
And a wraparound goal. And Keppel just wasn't ready. And it looks like Coach Lechner's not going to call this back.
Bonnet wins the faceoff. It is picked up by the Zephyrs, and the Zephyrs have a chance here. Shot saved! Rebound goes right over the crossbar. Original shot by. Pick it up once again.
Pass over to Joe Becker. And Peterson out to Becker, but Becker's knocked off the puck and can't get to it. This is Pearson behind his own net battling with Becker.
And we have a stoppage. To the left of Bailey Huber.
As they're ready for that face-off, Tischler wins it.
Head on, quick shot.
And it's going to be Scotty Moyer in the corner, battling with the big defenseman Sam Ide. I had that puck away from both of them as he plays it around so that the Pioneers can get.
Hill skates with it around. Henthorne pushes him off the puck and continues to break it out. Skates it across the blue line, cuts in, waits, shoots. Shot saved by Huber. And Strobel picks it up along the half wall. Passes it back down to Helgeson, who battles with it. Battles the Zephyr player with the puck. I'm sorry, that was Moyer. Helgeson with it now. Moyer picks it up. Shot the Strobel gets deflected up into the netting.
And that's a beautiful chance by Strobel as he was sitting right in the senior this year.
Oh, maybe not.
As Pilarski wins it. As Miller passes half ice. And the Zephyrs are called offsides.
Just about halfway through the third period here at Aldridge Arena, and the Pioneers continue to lead 3-2 over the Zephyrs. Pioneers win the faceoff, gets picked up by Petronic. Pass to Joe Quast. Joe Quast skates with it. Shot goes behind the net. Joe Quast continued to skate with it. Puck goes out to center ice where it's picked up puck. Friendly
with a nice centering pass over to Helgeson, who lays the body on Broughton, and Broughton sends it in for Pilarski, who puts on the brakes behind the Hill-Murray net. And that deflection is picked up by, it looks like Vincent Hurley, who sends it back to Petronic, and Helgeson and Pilarski battle for it along the boards.
Helgeson picks it up, looks to break it out, waits, and both players get knocked down.
And Bartholomew dangles around Vincent Hurley, and
still dangles. Pass, shot, save.
Oh! And a beautiful clear by. It looks like that's going to be Wallen. As Keppel was all kinds of out of his net. And a beautiful clear by Wallen as the Pioneers have time to set up their forecheck. And this is going to be
Wallen with it now. Flips it down into the zone for the Pioneers.
Reifenberger, but Luke Reifenberger's pass is picked off by Joe Paradise. And Joe Paradise battles along the boards with Oberle. And the puck goes up to Broughton, who shoots it in, but that's deflected wide by Michael Fleischacker. And
delayed offsides is called on the Zephyrs, and they go for launch it. Scott Moore picks it up. Pass attempt goes straight to Pearson of the Zephyrs. Here comes Joe Paradise with it. Shot saved by the Zephyrs. Gets deflected. Looks like straight into the Pioneer student section. Looks like everyone's all right. And with 8:34 left in the third period, faceoff will be to Keppel's left.
And a nice block shot by Tischler as he loses the draw. This is going to be Dylan Lawley. Gets his shot blocked by Michael Fleischak. Pass is just out of reach for Moyer.
Oh, what a pass by Joe Paradise. A no-look backhander facing back point-blank shot straight into the chest of Keppel.
8:06 remaining in the third period.
But as play continues to go on, it's not going to be looking so good for them. Here comes Strobel up ice.
And Strobel takes a jab at Huber, and a couple of Zephyrs defensemen didn't take too kindly to that.
Strobel again on the faceoff with Pilarski again. Looks like Pilarski wins the faceoff this time. Strobel picks it up, or looks like shot by Matthew Fleischacker gets deflected and goes wide. Strobel picks it up on the far side.
Strobel dumps it in.
McCarver skates forward, splits the defenders, chases Fleischacker with it.
And Fleischacker sends it around, but a nice keep-in by the big captain defenseman Sam Ide.
Puck is just right in front of the net. No one can get to it.
And
Ben Helgeson chips it forward. And Sam Ide will pick it up.
Line change, and Sam Ide with a shot from the slots blocked by Joey Petronik, and the block.
And then here comes Helgeson up ice. Puck gets poke checked away. Kept in by Bonin. Bonin waits. And an icing will be called with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the third period. Bonin and Jensen here on the faceoff. Very neutral. Looks like Bonin will win it out. Bonin waits to pass it, gives it to Peterson, whose shot gets deflected.
Nice shot from the point. As that puck is sent out, and Bonin skates by it. And this is going to be Dallas Duxon for the Zephyrs, who gives harassment to Brett Oberle, who sends it down and ices the puck for the Pioneers. And it looks like the Pioneers are going to get a line change.
The Zephyrs look to get one more to tie this game up.
Looks like it's going to be Bartholomew versus Vincent Hurley on this draw, and Bartholomew wins it. And that shot's blocked, and this is Luke Reifenberger streaking down the side near the half wall with a nice
to break it out once again. Oberle goes cross ice to Wallen. Face off to Keppel's left.
The puck knocked off his stick by Seamus Regan, and the trickling puck. And Moyer's hit
playing.
This is Michael Fleischacker, the Pioneer, behind Bailey Hughes.
Keppel passes it over to Moyer, who gives it to Henthorn.
And Henthorn skating up gets knocked off the puck by Michael Miller. but Moyer's there to pick it up and send it into the Zephyrs zone as the Hill Murray Pioneers get a line change. Keppel settles it down behind his own net for, looks like that's going to be Jake Henthorn. And Helgeson passes it over to Strobel. He dumps it in.
Pioneers looking to take back control of the game so far. Really starting to slow down their breakout, try to calm the game down a bit.
One with Pearson as Strobel shoots it, and a nice stick save by Huber. And this is going to be McCarver. Sends it over.
Helgeson picks up the pass, shoots just wide of Huber. And it goes straight back to the Zephyr.
Oh, and that's going to be a penalty on Corey Pilarski, who junior from Mahtomedi, who just cross-checked. That looks like it's going to be Charlie Strobel right in the back.
He looks a little goodness. As soon as Strobel got to...
And it looks like the referees are going to...
Coach Lechner calls his players over to get a quick pep talk.
Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a major penalty.
Number 10, Corey Pilarski. 5 minutes for checking from behind and a 10-minute misconduct. Once again.
And that's a big penalty to Pilarski. He's one of their top penalty killers as he gets dealt a major penalty.
And the Zephyrs...
misconduct.
And the Zephyrs will be a man short for the rest of this game.
And it looks like the Zephyrs coach is not going to be too happy with this penalty call.
Tischler on the face-off. Coach. All right, now he's done talking to the ref. And one of the refs skates back to the head coach of Mahtomedi.
To the bench. And it's going to be Tischler on the draw as he wins it to Fleischacker, who sends it back to his younger brother, Matthew Fleischacker.
Peterson with an out goes back to Matt. Michael over to Matt. Matt at the point, he waits for an opportunity. Shoots, gets deflected. And eyed with it now, holds on to it. Peterson keeps it in. Waits for an opportunity. Settles it back down. Back up to Matt Fly. Matt Fly over to his older brother. Shot gets deflected wide. And Peterson will pick it up once again. Peterson closes in. Thinks about it. Goes back up to Matthew Fleischacker, who skates with it now. Waits, looks over to Matthew. Back up. Michael back up to Matthew, whose shot goes just wide. Tischler battles behind it. Battles with the Zephyr behind the net. Michael Fly will pick it up.
Looks like that upper puck.
And Noah Skillings decks Michael Fleischacker into the boards.
And the Mahtomedi coach is showing their dismay.
And I'm not sure if there's a call on that or not.
It doesn't look like there's going to be a call.
Alrighty then. Strobel on the face-off here. For the Pioneers, he wins it.
It's going to be Joe Quast circling around in the Zephyr zone, passes it back up to Petronik. And Petronik sends it over to Ben Helgeson, who sends it back up to Brett Overly. And Brett Overly falls, and the puck gets sent back down. Seconds remaining on the power play, and 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the game. It's not looking good for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs.
Overly will pick it up in the corner. He waits, he's just skating around. Goes over to captain Ben Helgeson. Helgeson waits with it, tries to get pushed off of the puck by 16 of McCarver. But the Pioneers manage to hold on.
And it looks like that puck is going to trickle over to Oberle, who shoots it, but a nice save by Huber. And Petronik with a pass over to Helgeson, who one-times it, but a save by Huber again. And
Pioneers go for a line change. Shot by Oberle gets saved.
And it looks like Miller's going to clear that over into his own corner and then eventually out. But it's going to be kept in by Luke Reifenberger, who has the puck next off his stick. And now the Zephyrs are racing back 2-on-2. Here's
Bartholomew waits, shoots, gets off balance.
And a nice save by Keppel with the pad. And he covers up to stop play.
This looks like Bartholomew, or maybe.
The rest, no real power play. They'll pull their goalie.
Some final words then to their
out. Now he goes back to his net. I don't think they're going to risk it. So the Zephyrs need a big penalty kill goal.
Big shorthanded goal here, as looks like a Pioneer defender of Oberle skates it out.
And it looks like Bartholomew's going to skid it out with speed, and he passes it over.
Huber gets called.
Oberle sends it around behind his own net, and Joe Quast passes it up.
Strobel shoots.
And Charlie Strobel shoots, but that's going to be icing, as a delayed icing.
Be about that. All of them throwing their hands up. Very neutral face-off.
Looks like Petronic's going to come up with that puck as the Zephyrs
shot by Scaling goes just wide. Oberle handles the puck in the corner. It's just held on over there.
It looks like the Mahtomedi Zephyr fans wanted a call on a questionable hit by Brett Oberle, but they're not going to get one. And this is Ben Helgeson who passes it to Joe Quast, and Joe Quast misses on the net, but misses the empty net. And now Bartholomew skates it out across the Zephyr blue line.
What a play! Oh! And the Zephyrs tie it up with 6.5 seconds left. Looks like Bartholomew gets it off a crazy one-time shot.
Yeah, that's right, but you still have to remember, if this thing goes into overtime, the Pioneers are still going to have about a minute left on the power play. With his second goal of the game, and this is all tied up 3-3. And a big play by the captain.
With 6.5 seconds left to go.
It looks like Tischler slaps it to...
And that is the have overtime. Alrighty then. Not really coaching any of the players, not really saying any way. Looks like he's writing up
And it looks like the captains of... So, Bill Lechner doesn't really... As we go into a sudden death overtime. And short for about 1 minute.
And your lineups for this final frame will be for the Pioneers. And then for the Zephyrs, it's going to be Noah Skilling, Sam Ide, and that is all.
And we have an 8 bottle down in the Pioneers' end.
Overtime period. Strobel, and it looks like
it's going to be Dylan Lallier. And Oberle passes it back to Petronic, who passes it back. He stops it in his own shin pad, and Petronic sends it wide. where Helgeson picks it up. Down to Strobel.
Up to Helgeson. Helgeson has it now. Has it in the corner. Passes it over to Oberly. Oberly shoots because he didn't get all of it, and shot goes just wide.
And that puck back out to Oberly. He's going to have enough. And it looks like it's going to be Joe Cross down in the corner for the Pioneers as this is going to kill off the Zephyr overtime.
The Zephyr 5-minute penalty on Pilarski.
As Pilarski sends it in for the Zephyrs as he starts getting out of the box.
Mistaken that it was Jetson that came out of the box. Whoa, shot goes just wide. Deflected off a couple of people from Pearson's stick. And another shot goes just wide. And Fleischacker looks to just ice it.
A lot of scrambling in front of the net for the Pioneers. Keppel was all out of place. There were bodies sprawling in front of the net. But in the end, Fleischacker sends it down to get the icing call and eventually a line change for the Pioneers as this faceoff comes to the right of Keppel.
Bartholomew and Tischler on the faceoff. Very even draw. Still even. And looks like Tischler won it out. Passes it over to Fleischacker.
Fleischacker with a very slick can be made offsides.
And with 6:08, faceoff will be just outside the Pioneer blue line. Faceoff between Hurley and...
That's going to be Dylan Lawlier for the Zephyrs.
Hurley wins the faceoff.
And Petronic's pass up to Wallen banks just off of his stick. And it looks like it's going to be Matthew Fleischacker for the Pioneers scrumming behind the net.
Skilling stumps it back down to the corner where a Pioneer player picked up. Here's Reifenberger with it now. Tries to get it out of the zone. He does.
Hagstrom. And Hagstrom comes up with that puck, and Hagstrom in with speed, but Matthew Fleischacker ties him up. Go over to Hagstrom. Hagstrom with a pass up to his...
An idle shoot. Gets deflected, goes wide. Pass to the... Cross the net.
The Pioneers needed to get on the forecheck for the Pioneers, and Hagstrom
shoved together. Someone loses a stick. And here's Helgeson with it now.
And Helgeson skates it into the Zephyr zone, but it's called offside.
Single sudden death overtime period.
Looks like it's going to be Charlie Strobel versus the senior Bartholomew.
27 versus 27.
And Bartholomew wins that draw back to Pearson.
Oh, and Peterson mishandles the puck, goes through his legs. Over to
a piece of that puck. And Pearson passes it over to Hagstrom, who goes around. And
Strobel pick is called on the Pioneers.
Bonin loses that face-off and the puck goes back, and that's going to be called icing on the Zephyrs. This is going to be Bonin on the face-off again with Sam Jensen as the Zephyrs get a quick line change in. And looks like Bonin's going to win that face-off over to Becker. And Becker battling with Sam Ide along the boards. And Sam Ide comes up with that puck and sends it around.
Becker released a big hit onto number 11 of Jeff Neal, who now has skates with the puck, goes across the red line, gets pushed off by a Zephyr player. And gets saved by Keppel.
There's some pushing and shoving going in front of the Hillmere net now. The Pioneers weren't happy with Dallas Duckerson taking a whack at their 3:25 left in the, as it looks like Tischler's gonna win it to Petronic, but Petronic gets it quickly knocked off his stick. And this is going to be Joe Paradise.
Oh! Shot by Pearson gets deflected by Lallier. That goes just wide.
And Dylan Lallier knocks the puck off of Petronic's stick.
Oh! And a shot by Joe Paradise gets blocked by Tischler. Shot gets stopped. Then Matthew Fleischhacker would dump it in. Stretch pass by Huber.
And Overly sends it down the ice for an icing call.
And with 2:23 left in the final overtime period, scores 3-3 off of a buzzer beater by Sam Ide to tie the game up.
Looks like it's going to be Charlie Strobel and Bartholomew. Overly sent. Pass is going to be called on the Zephyrs. And so that faceoff is going to come down and to the Zephyrs' end and be to the right of Huber. And Strobel wins this faceoff back to Helgeson.
Zephyrs look to wrap it around. Bartholomew gets there first, down to the corner. Skates with it now behind his own net. Gets peeled off the puck. Pioneers pick it up.
It's going to be Ryan Peterson out to Joe Quas, who dumps it into the Zephyrs zone as Ben Helgeson gets tied up along the boards with, looks like that's going to be the defenseman Sam Ide. He has 2 goals on the night. And this is going to be Bartholomew with a stretch pass out to Hagstrom. And Hagstrom gets leveled by little Matthew Fleischhacker.
Joe Quas with it now waits, flips it up over a couple Zephyr defensemen.
And the Pioneers are going to try and get a quick line change here.
Pioneers have a quick 2-on-1 chance here. Here comes Wallen.
Lucas Wallen to Luke Reichenberger. A shot!
Goes just wide.
Goes wide.
Best chance so far for the
Pioneers. Dallas Duckerson skating back quickly.
Look to break it out.
And it looks like Luke Reichenberger and Sam Jensen get into a little bit of a shoving match.
That's a big no-no. And it looks like they were both
roughing on both.
And with it's not looking good for either teams now to try to come out with a W.
And Charlie Strobel on the win for the Pioneers. As he sends it back to Brett Overly, but Brett Overly loses the puck in the Pioneer zone. And a beautiful save by Remington Keppel. And this is going to be Sam Ide at the point over to his defense partner Noah Skillings. And Noah Skillings loses the puck. Joe Quas streaking up, but Joe Quas loses it to Sam Ide, and they get tied up in the corner along the boards. And this is going to be Dylan Lallier to Joe Paradise, and then back to Joe Paradise. And
Bartholomew has a chance there, and just puts it just wide. Another chance by Bartholomew goes wide.
And Sam Ide with the shot from the point off that rebound.
The game between the Hillmurray Pioneers
scrum down in front of the student section of Mahtomedi.
Both teams are going at it. They're still going at it.
And it looks like that's going to be Ryan Peterson, Charlie Strobel, and Ben Helgeson for the Pioneers. And a whole wagon load of Zephyrs. But cooler heads will prevail. And this will be the end of the contest, it looks like.
They're coming back.
And then it was going to be Ben Helgeson and then Michael Fleischhacker. And for the Zephyrs, it's going to be 2 by Sam Ide. And
Charlie Bartholomew bring us to this 3-3 tie. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Hillmurray Sports Network, and we will see you next time.